Hey cruising crew, and welcome to the channel. If you know any cruise related news, top news, or cruises in general, then you know that Royal Caribbean has come out with the biggest, newest cruise ship, Star of the Seas. I'm Alexis, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a few reasons why I think you should book Icon of the Seas instead. So Royal Caribbean has just come out with Star of the Seas, and it is the biggest hit of the year. Everyone's talking about it, everyone's raving about it, everyone wants to go on it. I want to go on it really bad. My first reason why I think that you should actually wait to book Star of the Seas, actually book Icon of the Seas instead, is because of the pricing. The pricing for Star of the Seas right now is absolutely ridiculous because it is brand new. Everyone wants to go on it. And I think the cruise line knows that people will pay pretty much whatever just to go on the newest cruise ship. I had Star of the Seas booked for one of their first sailings. However, I ended up canceling because I ended up finding an amazing, way cheaper deal for Icon of the Seas. Now, I know that Icon of the Seas is not the same as Star of the Seas. It's not as new, but it's pretty close. And I think that if you haven't been on an Icon class ship before, I think that if you don't want to wait, you really want to try it out, book the Icon class right now. I'm telling you, the prices right now are as cheaper as they've ever been. And I think that's because everyone wants to go on Star of the Seas. Everyone's going to pay to go on Star of the Seas. And so those prices for Icon of the Seas are, I think, are only going to get better. Now, another minor reason why I think that you should pick Icon of the Seas instead of Star of the Seas right now is because of its home port. So Star of the Seas is home port out of Port Canaveral, which is a really nice port. If you stay in Orlando, however, it's kind of a little bit of ways from Orlando, so just keep that in mind. So if you wanted to make more of your trip, like say go to Disney or see other sites, keep that in mind that Port Canaveral isn't that close to Orlando. Icon of the Seas, however, home port is in Miami right now. And there is so much to do in Miami. I think that if you're wanting to piggyback some other things along with your cruise, I think that you should definitely pick Miami. There's so much to do, there's so many beaches. It's just, I think it's a better port to say if you're flying in, especially from somewhere else. I think it's a better port to stay in. I just think it's a better port to stay in. It is close to Fort Lauderdale, so there are those attractions as well. One thing that I recommend whenever we cruise out of Miami is whenever we stay a night before or a night after the cruise, we always stay at the Hard Rock Guitar Hotel in Fort Lauderdale because it's not that long of a drive from the port and it gives you that extra fun. I think that right now, purchasing a cruise on Icon of the Seas instead of Star of the Seas, if you're wanting to try it out and you haven't before, is just a smart idea. If you've never been an Icon class ship before, I think that you should probably go for the cheaper route rather than like the newest, shiniest route, just because you don't know if you're going to like that class of ship. However, if you do like Royal Caribbean's mega class ships, I'm sure you will love it. I think that this is going to be my favorite class of ship. However, I just think that it makes way more sense to book it on a deal and rather than spending an insane amount. And also, if you book Icon of the Seas at a cheaper rate than Star of the Seas, that means you have more money to, say, get a drink package or go to a specialty restaurant or do something that costs extra on board. That way, you can fully experience it before you spend that money to go on Star of the Seas. I know that it's so fun and it's so appealing to want to go on the newest ship right away. Trust me, I really want to. However, I need to be more practical as well, especially if I want to do some more traveling throughout the year, which I do have plans for. So when I think of when I should book Star of the Seas, I'm thinking, okay, next year, August 2026, Legend of the Seas is coming out, which is Royal Caribbean's newer ship. And so maybe prices for Star of the Seas will go down just like Icon did. Now, I have Star of the Seas booked for January 2026, and I'm very excited. And although it was still a little pricier because it's still new, it's not as pricey as they are right now. And so, yeah, I think that there's also a brand new ship that's coming out in just a year. So if you can wait a year and go on Star of the Seas, then it will be cheaper than it is now. And that's why if you really want to try Star of the Seas and you have the budget to do it, then absolutely book it. I wish I could right now. But if you want to be a little more practical and you just want to get that Icon class in your belt, absolutely look for deals on Icon. I promise you they're going on right now. Or if not, wait a few more months or 6 months, and I guarantee you that they might have deals and prices might go down. And that's what I recommend doing. Please let me know down in the comments if you guys are excited to try Star of the Seas, if you have any plans to book Star of the Seas this year, or if you have any plans to book Icon Class Seas. Once again, if you guys found this video helpful or enjoyed it at all, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you're always updated with all things cruising and travel. Don't forget to always seize a day, and I'll catch you in the next one.